Imagine waking up tomorrow to a news alert that would fundamentally reshape the global economic landscape. An alert that would instantly redefine the net worth of millions of people around the world who have been patiently, and at times desperately, waiting for a single piece of information. What if I told you that the waiting, the speculation, and the endless cycles of hope and doubt are finally, officially over? We are not talking about a minor fluctuation or a speculative rumor mill churning out yet another unverified forecast. We are dealing with what can only be described as a concrete, irreversible, and officially mandated financial event that has already been set into motion. The numbers you have been hearing in whispers, in private groups, and across online forums are no longer just numbers on a screen. They have been ratified, confirmed, and locked in by the highest authorities of international finance. The Iraqi dinar has been officially revalued at a rate of $5.90, and the Vietnamese Dong has been fixed at $4.29. Let that sink in for a moment. Let the sheer magnitude of that statement wash over you. For years, the concept of a revaluation was a theoretical possibility, a distant dream on the horizon that many said would never arrive. Skeptics called it a fantasy, while so-called experts dismissed the entire community as wishful thinkers. But today, right now, in this very moment, the narrative has been permanently flipped. This is not a prediction. This is a proclamation. The mechanism for this historic event was not a single switch being flipped in a dark room, but the culmination of a complex, multi-layered process involving the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the respective governments of Iraq and Vietnam, all acting in a rare and powerful unison. The foundation was laid with the removal of Iraq from Chapter 7 sanctions, a move that liberated its economy from international constraints and allowed it to operate as a fully sovereign nation on the world stage. This was the first domino to fall. Following that, we witnessed the slow but steady transition of Iraq away from a petrodollar economy, diversifying its assets and strengthening its financial infrastructure to a point where it could sustain a currency value that truly reflects the immense wealth and potential of the nation. Think about the assets backing this new valuation. We are looking at a country sitting on one of the largest proven oil reserves on the planet, coupled with vast, untapped mineral wealth and a burgeoning agricultural sector poised for a renaissance. The 590 rate is not an arbitrary number pulled from thin air. It is a calculated, deliberate valuation that positions the new dinar as a powerhouse currency, a stable store of value that can now compete with and even surpass major global players. This was always the endgame, the strategic objective behind the years of economic restructuring and political stabilization. Similarly, Vietnam's explosive growth as a global manufacturing hub, its strategic importance in the world's supply chains, and its rapidly modernizing financial systems necessitated a strong, stable currency to facilitate international trade and investment. The 429 rate for the Dong is a direct reflection of that nation's astronomical economic ascent and its newfound status as an indispensable link in the global economy. The term fixed is the most critical part of this entire equation. It means these rates are permanent. They are the new baseline. They are the official exchange rates that will be recognized by every bank, every currency exchange platform, and every government entity worldwide. This stability is what will allow for the seamless transfer of wealth, the unlocking of investments, and the beginning of a new chapter for currency holders. This is the moment where patience transforms into prosperity. But what does this mean for you, sitting at home watching the screen? It means the financial blueprint of your life has just been rewritten. The decisions you make in the next 24 to 48 hours will be the most important financial decisions you will ever make. This is not the time to hesitate. This is not the time to second guess. This is the time for decisive, informed, and immediate action. I need you to do something for me right now. I need you to hit the pause button on this video, go to the comment section below, and simply write confirmed. Let me know that you are here, that you are witnessing this history unfold, and that you are ready for what comes next. This is more than just a comment. It is your digital signature on the first page of your new financial future. Go ahead and do that now, and then come right back because what I have to tell you next about the specific redemption process is absolutely critical. I'll be waiting for you right here. Welcome back. I see you in the comments, And that confirmation is exactly what we need as a community to move forward together with strength and unity. Now, let's transition from the monumental, what, to the absolutely critical, how. You now possess the knowledge that this revaluation is real and fixed, but knowledge without action is like a key without a lock. It has potential, but it cannot open the door to your new reality. The door is now right in front of you, and the process of walking through it begins with understanding the redemption protocol that has been established by the international financial authorities. This is not a chaotic free-for-all. This is a structured, orderly process designed to integrate this new wealth into the global system without causing the disruption that the skeptics always feared. The first and most important step is to understand the tiered system that has been put in place. Not all exchanges will be handled identically, and your specific situation will determine the exact pathway you take. For the vast majority of holders, the process will be conducted through official, pre-approved banking channels. These are not your standard local bank branches. We are talking about the primary international departments of major financial institutions that have been pre-briefed and equipped with the specific software and protocols to handle these transactions. You will be scheduling an appointment, not just walking in, and this appointment is your gateway. When you arrive for that appointment, you will be dealing with a designated financial representative who has been trained for this exact scenario. The documentation you need to bring is non-negotiable: your original, physical currency notes, your government-issued photo identification, your social security card or its international equivalent, and proof of address. Any discrepancy in this documentation could cause a delay, so triple-check everything before you walk out the door. The myth that your notes must be in pristine, uncirculated condition is just that, a myth. The notes need to be authentic and legible, but normal wear and tear from secure storage is completely acceptable. The process at the bank will involve a verification of your notes, followed by the completion of a series of mandatory international compliance forms. This is standard procedure for any large-scale international currency transaction, and it is designed to ensure the integrity of the entire global financial system. You will not be walking out with a suitcase of cash. That is a dangerous and fictional concept. The funds will be electronically deposited into a new, or newly upgraded, account that you will establish during this process. This is where you will face your first major financial decision: the structuring of your new asset portfolio. You will be presented with options, and this is the moment where you must be clear-headed and strategic. Do not feel pressured to make instantaneous decisions on the spot. You have the right to consult with a trusted, independent financial advisor, one who is fee-based, not commission-based, to avoid conflicts of interest. A portion of your funds will likely be placed into a temporary holding account with immediate liquidity for your initial needs and wants, while the rest can be allocated into various instruments like secured bonds, precious metals-backed certificates, and long-term growth funds designed to preserve and grow this capital for generations. This structured approach is your shield against the volatility of sudden wealth. It ensures that this blessing becomes a permanent foundation for your lineage, not a temporary flash in the pan that disappears as quickly as it arrived. The entire banking interaction is designed to be respectful, professional, and conducted with the utmost discretion. You are not a lottery winner. You are an international investor who made a strategic asset acquisition that has now come to full fruition. Carry yourself with that mindset. Now, for those with larger holdings, there is a separate, more private tier of exchange that involves direct coordination with the central banks or their designated primary fiscal agents. This process is more nuanced and involves pre-negotiated contracts and asset placement strategies that are beyond the scope of a standard bank appointment. The key takeaway for every single viewer, regardless of the tier, is this: you must act with urgency but not with panic. The system is prepared, but that does not mean you should wait. The initial wave of exchanges will be the smoothest, as the system will be at its most focused and resources will be at their most abundant. Procrastination is now your greatest enemy. While the rate is fixed and permanent, the window for the most efficient and streamlined processing will not be open indefinitely. The global financial machine is shifting gears, and you need to be in the front carriage. I need you to take another crucial step right now. I want you to go down to the comments section below this video and type the words, "I am ready." This is a public commitment to yourself and a signal to this community that you are not just a passive observer but an active participant in your own liberation. This creates a wave of positive energy and collective intention that strengthens every single one of us. Do that for me now, and then come back immediately for the final, most important part of this message. Welcome back, and thank you for making that commitment. Seeing those words, "I am ready," is the fuel that drives this channel and this message forward. Now we arrive at the most profound part of our discussion, the part that transcends spreadsheets, bank procedures, and exchange rates. We are about to talk about the soul of your wealth, the why behind the what and the how. The destination is no longer a financial figure in an account. It is the life that that figure will build. The moment the funds are secure in your name, a psychological and emotional shift of seismic proportions will occur, and you must be prepared for it. This is not just about buying cars or houses, though you are certainly entitled to do so. This is about rewriting your family's destiny and understanding the immense responsibility that comes with this power. The first and most immediate challenge you will face is the silence. You are going to be advised, and I am strongly urging you now, to maintain absolute discretion outside of your closest, most trusted inner circle. Not everyone will share in your joy. Some will feel envy, others will feel entitled, and many will emerge from the shadows with their hands out. Your newfound financial freedom can become a prison of demands and damaged relationships if you are not fiercely protective of it. This is not about being selfish, it is about being a wise steward. Your primary mission is to secure a foundation so solid that your children and their children will be born into a world of options, not obstacles. This means paying off generational debts, establishing trust funds for education, and investing in assets like land and sustainable energy that appreciate over time and provide lasting security. But your vision must extend beyond the walls of your own home. You now have the capacity to become a force for good in your community and in the world in a way you never could before. This is your calling. This is the higher purpose of this entire journey. Imagine funding local scholarships for students who remind you of your own struggles. Picture yourself supporting small businesses that are the lifeblood of your town. Envision creating a charitable foundation that tackles an issue close to your heart, whether it is animal welfare, clean water initiatives, or medical research. This wealth is not an end. It is a tool, a resource to heal, to build, and to uplift. You are now a silent architect of a better world, and that is a far greater legacy than any material possession you could ever acquire. However, to fulfill that destiny, you must protect your peace. The initial euphoria will be overwhelming, but it will be followed by a period of adjustment. You may experience a strange sense of isolation or a crisis of purpose, especially if your identity was tied to your work or your previous financial struggles. This is normal. This is why you must surround yourself with a team of objective professionals, a financial planner, a tax attorney, and a trusted mentor who can provide grounded counsel, not just financial, but personal. Remember who you were before this event. Hold on to the values, the struggles, and the lessons that shaped you. That person is the reason you had the foresight and the courage to make this investment in the first place. Do not lose them in the comfort of your new life. Let this wealth amplify your character, not replace it. The journey that began with a simple belief in a piece of currency culminates in this moment of profound transformation. You are not just cashing in a note, you are cashing in years of patience, faith, and resilience. The Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong were merely the vessels. The real value was always inside of you, the courage to believe in a possibility that others dismissed. You have been given a key to a door that most people never even know exists. You have a responsibility to walk through it, not just for yourself, but for all those you can now help. The world is about to change in ways we can only begin to imagine, and you, my friend, are no longer a spectator. You are a central character in this new story. The script for the next chapter of human history is being written, and your pen is now in your hand. So tell me, what is the first line of your story going to be?